What's up everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. My name is Corey and today we did have FOMC and we saw a very volatile and whipsawing market. There's going to be very critical levels to pay attention to for breakouts to see where we go from here. So first up, let's take a look at the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart. See what's going on in the stock market today. Alright, so today on SPY we had a very whipsawing day and it was very volatile and we did close down 0.25%. So right now there's going to be a very strict trading range you need to pay attention to, and the breakout level for the bulls is going to be back above this 200 simple moving average, and that level is right around 442. The breakdown for the bears is going to be a break below 428 and then a retest of the low at 420. There's still the possibility that 420 was the bottom in the market, and we're just seeing a very volatile whipsaw until we can get a decisive breakout above resistance. But in the event that we do see price action slicing through 420, your next leg lower will be 411, and that will be a very strong support level. So watch those very critical breakdown levels below 428 and then below 420, and your bullish breakout levels are going to be back above 439 and then back above 442. The next time we break back above 442, we should have a quick trip to test 450, and if we can break above 450, we'll need to see a breakout of the resistance trendline level right around 460 to 461. As soon as SPY starts breaking back above about 461, we'll be looking a lot more bullish, and the next confirmation of the bull market will be back above 472. But right now, we still need to give all of the benefit to the downtrend, because don't forget that the trend is your friend, and this is very clearly still a very strong downtrend in the short term that we don't want to ignore. So wait for that bullish breakout confirmation, otherwise continue to expect more downside, and if we do get rejected at 450, or if we come up here and get rejected somewhere around the 50 EMA, which will likely be right around 456, there's still the possibility we are going down for another leg lower. So be very cautious in the short term, but long term, I still think these are great buying opportunities. And if you're in the market for a long term, you really shouldn't be too worried about catching the bottom. That's a concept a lot of people get overly obsessed with, on making sure they buy the exact bottom in the market. And there's really no benefit to doing that, because more often than not, you're going to be too scared to buy because you don't think we're at the bottom yet. And by the time the market reverses and you realize it, you missed the opportunity. So if you're in this market for the long term, or you're looking for a great position to start entering for the year, these levels are great levels. And I would caution you to get too overly nervous about a bear market, because we still do have an environment with very low rates and high inflation. So there's not going to be a lot of places for people to put their money this year. So keep an open mind about all possible outcomes. And as a trader, you should be watching these levels very closely. Jumping over to the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, you could see a very similar story as SPY, going down 0.16% today, but it didn't come without a lot of volatility and a lot of whipsaws. Your bullish breakout level on the triple Qs is going to be a close back above 353, and that should be a close back above the 5 EMA, and we have been seeing the 5 EMA acting as resistance during this entire sell-off. So back above 453 will be a bullish breakout, and then you'll be looking for resistance breakout levels at 360, 365, and then the resistance trendline breakout level right around 370. Back above 383 and then 389 will be back on the bull, and we could see a new all-time high. Otherwise, this is still a downtrend until we see a decisive breakout back above 370. Now to the downside, the bears need to break through this level at 342, because that level is acting as a very strong support level, and you can see now 3 days in a row we are holding above that level. If the price action does slice through that support level, you're looking for a retest of the low at 334, and below that you're looking for 329 and then 326. Because this is still a strong downtrend until we can break out above 370, it is still likely that we are going to continue to trend lower. So just like I said on SPY, if you're in it for the long term, these are great buying levels. Otherwise, as a trader, you should be watching resistance and support and planning accordingly. If we can break out above resistance, we'll be looking a lot more bullish. And if we break down through support, you're looking for that next leg lower or retest of the low. On the Dow Jones, we were down 0.44% today, and we see the Dow Jones was also volatile and still closing below all the moving averages. The price action breakout that'll be bullish for the Dow Jones will be a close back above 344 and then getting back above about 347 to 350. We still do have gaps to close at 356 and 360, and when we close the gap at 360, that will be a confirmation of the bullish breakout. To the downside, you're looking for strong support at 340 and 338 and a retest of the lows at 331.6 if we do break down below 338. On the Russell 2000, we were down 1.44% today, and we closed right on top of that support level at 196. Remember, if we start closing below 196 and then break down below 191, we will see the small caps heading down towards 170. But this is a very strong support zone and it's not one that's going to break down easily. So if you do see price action breaking through these support levels, that will be extremely bearish. The bullish breakout levels will be back above 205 and then back above 212 and then back above 220. Back above 220, you're looking for the gap fill at 228 with resistance on the way at 226. On Arkk, we were down 2.5% today, and we did see the Arkk ETF closing down below 70, so it's possible we're going down to the next support level, which is right around 66.8. Below that, we're going down to 60, and you can clearly see this is still a very strong bear market, and we won't have a bullish confirmation breakout until we can get back above 78, then back above 85, and then back above 91. So those are the three resistance levels you want to pay attention to, and you don't want to get bullish until you see a confirmation of the breakout because we could still be heading down towards $60. On the VIX, we were up 2.5% today, and we see the VIX is still closing above 30, and you can clearly see the VIX is going into a bull market. So right now, this is definitely signaling that we could be heading into a bear market, but you will want to wait for the price action confirmation breakout in the indices. If you see the VIX getting crushed back towards 24, that will be the support level, and we could still bounce off of that level and continue to trend higher. The bullish breakdowns in the VIX will be back below 24 and then back below 20. As long as the VIX is above 24, you need to be very cautious because we could still have more downside. On Bitcoin, we're currently down 1.41% today, and we did see Bitcoin getting rejected off the negatively sloping 13 EMA, and we can clearly see Bitcoin is still in a very strong bear market. The next support level is right around 30,000, and we need to hold above that level, otherwise Bitcoin is going to $20,000. Your bullish breakout levels will be back above 41,000 and then back above 46,000. Don't get bullish until you see the bullish confirmation in the price action. On NVDA, we were up 2.01% today, and we see NVIDIA still holding above that 200 simple moving average as support. So this is a great risk reward ratio setup as long as we're above the 200 simple moving average. If we break down below 220, you're looking for support at 209 and then 197. And below 197, we'll more than likely see NVIDIA going into a bear market. Your next bullish breakout levels will be back above 233 and then back above 253. If at any point we break back above the 280s, we will see NVIDIA entering another bull market. On Tesla stock, we were up 2.07% today, and Tesla did report earnings after the bell, so you'll want to pay attention to the price action tomorrow. If we break down below support at 900, you're looking for a quick trip to close the gap at 843, and below 843, you're looking for a retest of the 200 simple moving average at 813. If we break below 813, we're more than likely going to see Tesla in a bear market, and your bullish breakout levels will be back above $1,000. If Tesla can break back above 1,000, we should see it entering another bull market, which does mean we could make an attempt to break out and see a new all-time high this year. On Apple stock, we were flat on the day, going absolutely nowhere, and we're still closing above that support level at 157. If that level breaks down, you're looking for support at 153 and then the 200 simple moving average at 147. Your bullish breakout confirmation is back above about 167 to 168, and then we could say the bottom is in on Apple stock and we're going back into another bull cycle. So wait for that bullish confirmation and understand earnings is right around the corner. So as I always say, earnings is going to be a coin flip to decide if we go higher or lower, because no matter if earnings is good or bad, the stock can decide to go up or down. It really doesn't matter, so make sure you're not taking on too many risks around earnings season. On the financials, we were up 0.26% today, and we do see the financials holding above that 200 simple moving average, and we still have the gap to fill above. On the industrials, we were down 0.87% today, and you can see confirmation that we are breaking down through the support trend line, so we will be entering some bearish momentum here. The healthcare sector was down 0.52% today, and you can clearly see the healthcare sector is breaking down and trying to finish out this correction. We still do have a gap to fill above at 141. The energy sector was down 0.17% today, but it's still looking extremely bullish with bullish price action and a very strong bull trend. So jumping back over the S&P 500, this is definitely going to be a very important week because we're about to see if we're breaking down to the downside or we're about to break out to the upside. So watch that very critical resistance level for a bullish breakout and look for a breakdown below support to possibly see a brand new low in the indices. Respect the fact that we're in a downtrend in the short term, and you always have the potential that the short-term trend eventually turns into the long-term trend. So right now, I would be bullish as long as SPY is above 420 in the long term, but if we start breaking down below that low, the long-term bull scenario is getting more and more unlikely, and we could see a prolonged period of weakness in the market this year. So use that as a gauge of whether or not this is going to be a strong market or a very weak market this year. And you can see we're very close to knowing because we're getting a lot of this weakness in the first month of the year. So we're going to know very early in the year what type of market this is likely going to be. If you start getting those bullish breakout confirmations, you can start to get a lot more bullish, but just respect the fact that we are still in a strong downtrend in the short term. Also, don't forget that I have Bank Trade Alerts, which is an algorithm-driven trade alert service that sends all of your buy and sell alerts directly via email and text message and only trades the ETF TQQQ. Bank Trade Alerts beats the market every year and never has a negative year. And with all of this recent market volatility in a brand new trading year, now is the best time to become a bank member. You can find out all of the information about Bank Trade Alerts and how to subscribe by clicking on the link in the description of the video. I also have the Stocks Channel Discord where I do intraday updates and analysis to help you navigate this volatile market and bring new trade ideas to you weekly. If you're interested in joining the Stocks Channel Trading Discord community, you can find out how to join the Discord server by clicking on the link below. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.